resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a 2009 Borough Justice Assistance Grant Memorandum of Understanding between the City of Deerfield Beach and Church of Brotherly Love Social Services.
While it's technically grant money, it's a large amount, and I'm just looking for, make sure we've got some sort of accounting and accountability on how that's being distributed and how that's being used.
The city don't get this money. The city didn't apply and stand responsible for this money.
All right, Vice Mayor, let Peter do it, and then we'll let you go.
Burn JAG funding is a federal block grant that is channeled to FDLE, and it is administered locally through the United Way agency. This is an increased funding from his normal allocation. This funding is tied to the stimulus bill. The city's role is actually a fiscal agent. We approve invoices, we submit quarterly reports, we front the money to the agency, then we apply it to FDLE for reimbursement. The United Way of Broward County is responsible for monitoring, and it's really the one that's accountable, not the city.
That is not in the Memorandum of Understanding. Could we modify the Memorandum of Understanding?
No, don't have nothing the same. They've been doing it for the last 8 years or more. Let it say just like that. City only is fiscal.
Why would we not want to put something in where it's
Because in these MOUs, what's happening is they are being restricted, and when you are not the person to make the decision, it puts the organization in a bind. He has everything he needs in place. How long you been operating, Pastor? 10 now? He's been there 10 years, and all it's been as a fiscal responsible person. When you start adding, you're not getting no administrative costs, you're only creating a problem.
It seemed to me it would be contributing to some, I mean, certainly not suggesting any malfeasance in any way, shape, or form.
You don't want to have the city, although they say it comes to a governmental agency, nobody on the commission understands what they are doing and why. They get their money from United Way, we contribute to United Way, and somewhere along the way we got to trust United Way. Many people overlook it, and every opinion being different makes it too difficult to operate. And we need to be fiscal, and that's it. We're not going to lose anything on this, and they're not coming to you for no additional money.
We're looking at a Memorandum of Understanding, okay? Memorandum of Understanding, frankly, is another way of saying an agreement. I'm just not seeing, first of all, what I'm looking at does not have the United Way as a party. So if the United Way is supposed to be a party, they're not in here. Well at all, but it doesn't have any standard. I think we can do this. What I'm saying is I think we can do it. I think we just need to put the standards that Peter said in there so that we know exactly what we're doing, that we have to go to the United Way, and then even if it's not great passion, that's what I'm saying. But this agreement is
I move approval subject to the city attorney
Wording.
wait, I'm gonna get my word. Approval to the city modifying their memorandum.
subject to the final city attorney.
I just wanted to say thank you to you all for the service that you provide with it, and to let you know that it allows us to bring an additional $200,000 into the city of Deerfield Beach. This particular grant is allowing us to provide youth services at the middle school, at the high school, and at Park Ridge Elementary. Good evening. My name is Pastor Anthony Davis. My address is 336 Northwest 7th Court, Deerfield Beach, Florida. I'm here tonight on behalf of the North Broward Prevention Coalition, of which I am the chairperson. North Broward Prevention Coalition is a cadre of dynamic and diverse people who are organizing on a local grassroots level in the Deerfield Beach, Florida communities. The mission of this coalition is to develop and implement a comprehensive strategic plan to effect individual and environmental change that produces healthy communities. The goal of these strategies is to facilitate immediate wins and instill commitment toward long-term outcomes. I am requesting your assistance this evening on behalf of the North Broward Prevention Coalition, paying for some training for this particular coalition. Training will put us in a position of being able to receive federal dollars to bring into the city of Deerfield Beach in order to continue doing the youth services that we have been providing in the schools in the city of Deerfield Beach.
And it's for basically for how to write this grant to get this money, to be able to continue these programs. I feel that, you know, the $1,500 would be something that would be, we would receive tenfolds if we help get this done.
Is that what you're asking for, $1,500?
Yes.
How many people will that train?
We're asking for the $1,500, and we're actually splitting the cost with another coalition. The total cost is actually $3,000. And as many people as we want to attend the training can attend the training.
Training is how to write a proposal so you can get a grant?
Yes, we're trying to get the Drug-Free Communities grant in January.
What kind of monies would that bring in to help you?
If we are successful in getting the Drug-Free Communities grant, it's $125,000 a year for 3 years with the possibility of an extension of an additional $225,000 will be used for 30% of it can be used for direct services, which is what we primarily do now with the funds that we get where we go into the schools and service the kids individually. 70% of it must be used for capacity building for the coalition in order to start moving more towards environmental effects.
Your North Broward Prevention Coalition is a nonprofit, legitimate nonprofit that reports its income and to the IRS and such?
No, that is what it will help us to do. We have formed up the coalition, but we have no funds for the coalition. Our organization, Brotherly Love Social Service, is acting as a fiscal for the coalition.
We just went through our budget session in which we had an opportunity for people to come forward, and people did, that requested money. This should have been an agenda item rather than to ask to speak before the commission. There's no backup information. I have no information except for what you just told me about your probably should be placed on the agenda. We need to have a little more backup material on this so we know exactly what we're doing before we can just simply sign away money to give the city manager, or he can direct you on who you need to speak to. For us to do due diligence on this and have this as an agenda item before we sign off on giving any.
I believe you told me that people from the city used to belong to this coalition.
Yes, we have Parks and Recreation has been a part of it. The Broward Sheriff's Office is a part of it. The State Attorney's Office is a part of it. Anthony Davis, 336 Northwest 7th Court, Deerfield Beach, Florida. Here representing Brotherly Love Social Service, requesting the City of Deerfield Beach to continue acting as the fiscal agent for the Burn JAG grant for the 2010-2011 fiscal year. The city currently provides and has provided this service for us for the past 4 or 5 years. The duty of the fiscal agent is primarily to be a pass-through for the funding. It is a requirement that these state funds can only be granted to a governmental agency. The city staff will not be required to write the grant or participate in any implementation of the program. The city staff simply processes the monthly invoices and enters data into the state system for a quarterly report. There is no liability to the city in any way because Brotherly Love Social Service carries its own professional liability insurance. The first grant is Helping Families to Succeed. We have applied for $125,000 to provide youth mentoring and family strengthening programs to our partner schools, Deerfield Middle and Park Ridge Elementary. Brotherly Love Social Service has met all of its outcome measures since being funded by the Burn JAG grant. Well, things have kind of changed.
Asking for authorization. He wants authorization to list the City of Deerfield Beach as a fiscal agent for that. Then we'll have to review the contract, and any agreement would be subject to our approval.
And if I'm not mistaken, the money actually comes to us, and it's in our account, and then he gives the invoices to the city, and it's paid from this account.
From the funds.
From the funds.
As far as monitoring or administering the grant, we do not do that.